Hey friends. Okay, I'm coming on here to do this very large craft haul. It's probably one of my biggest ones yet. And I have more on the way. I ordered a bunch more like little gemmies and stuff like that. Just stuff from Michaels that they had online that were online exclusives. I had another rewards thing, so I used it, and it's supposed to be here. They said today, but it hasn't even like been picked up by the carrier, so it'll be here by the end of the week. So I'll just probably incorporate that into another video, just because it's just going to be a bunch of quick like jars of glitter, and I think it's what else is in there? Maybe rubber stamps. I don't know. I don't even remember. It's been a weekend. It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been a year. So yeah, yesterday, I'm sorry I haven't gone back to read comments yet. I will do that. I'll do that sometime today. Just a real quick recap. As you know, things with Mom have been just declining, and it's hard because it's like, this is not how I envisioned the relationship with my mom. For whatever time she has remaining on this earth, we don't know. We don't know what the next hour is going to bring us. And as you know, my mom and I lived many states away for many, 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 many years. It's just getting harder, like to the point where we leave and 5 minutes later, she sits herself down at the table and she's having conversations, talking about cars that are in the driveway that are not even there, and she hadn't even gotten up to go look at them. The only car in my driveway right now is my husband's truck, because like I said, we're doing spring break out here for him. And then last night, I had had enough. I needed to get in my car and just drive. And that's exactly what we did. I got on Interstate 40 and headed east. I didn't go very far because, well, I needed gas, but it was right around sunset time. And if you've ever been in Arizona for sunsets, it never disappoints. And so we drove east. I think I drove probably about 20 miles east. Like I said, I didn't want to go too far because, like I said, she's home. She was home. She had just had her dinner. She was going to bed. My cameras were on, though, so I could see and hear anything going on. But it was good. It was a good drive. It was just, once you get out past Kingman, there's just like open fields and desert and farms and cows roaming. And yes, there was cows. Saw 3 baby cows, so 3 calves. And then I turned around, like I said, about 20 miles up the interstate, and then coming back into Kingman, the sunset, the sky was on fire. The fire was on sky. That's what kind of time it's been. So there was that, and then I spent some time in my backyard because everything's blooming. I posted some pictures of that, and then I got a text message from my daughter that the apartment complex where our apartment is at in California has not only been sold to a new owner, but a new management company. We don't know what that means. They say that our lease is secure and your security deposit's fine, and the terms of your lease are going to go as it says in your lease. One of my biggest fears is that the city did rule that all garages that are under the apartments can be turned into ADUs. So they're going to take each garage and turn it into a small dwelling for low-income families. Really, we don't know when. We just know that the city rolled on it. The previous property manager that we had there, he was fantastic. He was probably one of our best. In the 9 or so years that we've had that apartment, we've been under I can't even count how many new management companies and how many new owners and this, that, and the other. And this last guy that we had was fantastic. And he said, not under my watch are they going to convert those garages into dwellings. Well, now the whole team's gone. Everybody's gone and they're starting over. And not only that, they're changing how you can pay your rent. Before, many of us had it on automatic, where it was coming out automatically, you know, once or twice a month, however you set it up. For us, we had it coming out twice a month because that's just what worked easiest for us. And now they said check only. What about our military that are deployed? They can't walk a check in to the rental office if they're on deployment or they're out on a workup or, you know, something like that. I mean, come on now, seriously, really? So there's a lot of unknowns right now. And yeah, anyways, I don't know what any of this means. So anyways, let's jump into this craft haul, please, so I can just get this stuff put away because it is all under my feet. And there's a couple of things here, and I'm gonna have to end this video and start again because I have a delivery coming. I'll be back with you guys shortly. All right, I'm back, friends. Sorry about that. That delivery was on time. My husband ordered new desks for the bedroom because we've kind of just been, he's been using a fold-up table, and he's going to give me that one for this craft room after I get it redone. So I'll have another 4-foot table in here, and then I'll be able to put Levi's school desk back in here for the times that we're out here and doing schoolwork. So I had to go get that delivery. It is getting hot out there already. Whew. Okay, so we are going to jump into this craft haul so I can get everything put away. Hold on one second. I'm going to turn this fan on in here. Okay. Oh boy. We should not be allowed to have hot flashes when it's hot outside. Enough said. This fan is helping. So, okay, we're going to jump into this because I have Hobby Lobby, I have Michaels, I have Dollar Tree, I have Amazon, and I have Etsy. So let's start with these 2 things that are on my desk, 3 things. This is the only yarn I got. Everything else is just a hodgepodge of craft items. So I did manage to get my 2 Loops and Threads Soft Classics in taupe that they did not have in store when I went to California. So I was able to order 2 online. I think they were like $2 or $3 online. So there's those. This is going to go with something else that I have. I don't know if this is going to work. My intention is not to use the entire thing on the jelly printing. I only want to use parts of it, but this is what I have here. This is a stencil. It says 18 designs. I don't know what that means. I guess it's just because of the way you can stencil it out, it turns into 18 designs. But I found this at Walmart for about $6. So there's that. Okay, we're just gonna go container by container because I have 2 buckets of stuff, a stack of stuff, and a bag of stuff. So these 2 little containers were 2-pack at Walmart for like $3. I'm gonna need them for the amount of stuff that I have here. All right, so this first thing is a canvas kit for Levi to paint for Easter. He loves doing these little things. And it comes with everything you need to make a little picture. That was from Michaels. These next 4 or 5 things I'm going to show you are also from Michaels. This one I need to be careful with. It was open when I got it. Some more little pieces for journaling and such, ephemera. Like I said, it is open on the side here, so this one I really, really like a lot. It's hard to see it. See that? So there's all that. Well, I just dumped that all over the floor back there. This is another pack of ephemera. That's mostly butterflies and mushrooms. And as you know, I love both. Especially I love butterflies. We used to raise monarch butterflies when we lived in California. We sure did. We raised a lot of them. We had the milkweed. We had a whole little breeding box for them. And then when they would emerge from their chrysalis, we would wait a day until their wings were dry and the temperatures were right, and then we would take them out in the backyard and release them. It was a lot of fun. And then these are just paper flowers that I got. These were really cheap. These were like $2 or less each, I think. Also from Michaels. These are 48 for the white. And then the colored ones are 120 piece sets. All right, so there's those. This is also from Michaels. This is just one of their ribbon trim packs. The only one that I'm unsure of in here is this rope looking thing. I don't think that's going to get used, but a lot of this other stuff can be used on different things. This one's kind of thick, but I'm sure I can find something to do with it. And I do have more of this coming in other colors. So there's that. These are from Etsy. These are to do the Deck the Year projects. So I got more library cards. I got white ones, and then I got time cards. And the company that I'm not supposed to throw those away. The company that I purchased those from is called My Peddler's Alley, I think it's called. She has a lot of vintage. They have a lot of vintage different things on there. So I got some smaller index cards that are 3x5s that are multicolor, also for Deck the Year. So there is that. Oh, and before I forget, I have another company on Etsy that I am starting to purchase from. She's a little bit more expensive, but she's got so many fantastic journal packs and pockets, and she does YouTube. She has a Facebook. She does do tutorials on her Facebook on how to put some of the pockets together. She is Sugar Pepper Press, and this is just one of her most recent ones that I just purchased. And as you can see, I've got a lot on here that I purchased. She actually has a grief folio. I'm sorry, I'm all kinds of a mess right now. Anyways, a grief folio that you put together, and she's got a tutorial for that too. So anyways, back to the haul. These are also from Dollar Tree. These are just little tiny envelopes that I'm going to be using to put little like die cuts and stuff in for some upcoming Happy Mail that I'm sending out to, and you know who you are. So there's those. These I'm actually going to keep out because today is Tuesday, so it's going to be Twinchy Tuesday. So these I purchased. I am sorry, my throat is so dry today. All right, I'm going to use these for Twinchy Tuesday. These are 2 by 3.5, so I'm going to have to cut 1.5 inches off of each one, but pretty much all the guesswork's out of it for me, so that'll be good. So those were from Michaels. These are from Dollar Tree, just 2 little gingham ribbons. So there's those. These are also from Dollar Tree. These are little 3D diamond fillers. I think these would be nice for a shaker box, to put in shaker boxes. So there's those from Dollar Tree. I got 2 more markers from Dollar Tree. I really like these ones, the Mystic Gems. These are really pearlescent when you color with them. So there's those. This is another ephemera pack from Michaels. This one I really like. This is really old style. So there's that. And then here's all the designs for it. Hold on one second. I'm getting a visitor. Okay, I'm going to come back with a third part. I have to go take care of this because my husband's done with his work and I need to go tell him that the delivery for the desks were here. So I'll be right back. Okay, take 3. It's hot out there. I heard doors and I heard my husband and I heard Levi. And I just had to go make sure everything was okay because on the other side of this wall here is the entry to the garage. And then I heard the alarm panel going off and saying garage door, outside, garage door. I told them I was coming back in to finish my video. So it's too hot out there. And I keep getting ring notifications saying there's somebody at my shed, there's somebody at my back door. Well, yes, I know that. Ay. Anyways, okay, so here's another bucket. These. I don't know if I can use these for Twinchies, but I know I can use these for Deck the Year, and I'm so excited to be using these. There's 20 designs and 40 pieces. These are those little doll stickers that I told you I really, really wanted badly. There's actually 2 packs in here. Is there 2 packs in here? Hold on one second. I want to open this because it looks like it's 2 sticker packs inside of, and I'm sorry for the crinkles. Okay, yeah, it is. So these are those stickers. And these are only like $9, I think, on Amazon. So these are from Amazon. I'm so happy I got them. Look at that little girl drinking her milk. Isn't that cute? I'm going to have so much fun with these. You're going to be seeing these in a lot of upcoming videos. All right. Now, remember I said Dollar Tree is really stepping it up? They have jewel sticker thingies, stickles. Look at that. Aren't those pretty? And they had more than just these, but these are the ones that I really wanted. They had like shapes too. I just wanted the circles. All right, so those were Dollar Tree. This next thing is Amazon. This is just more quote stickers that I needed. These are also Amazon. I am super excited about using these, and a couple of these are going to be going in Happy Meal. These are little window, like ephemera type pieces. There's that one. There's that one. I've had these on my watch list for a while. These are a little bit more expensive, but I wanted them. And as you know, I do not order from Temu. And the crazy thing is a lot of things that I'm finding on Amazon are the same things that I'm noticing others have in Temu hauls or similar. So there's those. No, when I did try doing Temu one time, they just would not leave my, I mean, everything was popping up Temu. It was like a virus into my phone and my computer. I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that again. So, and then when I was living in California, when Temu first became a thing, a lot of people were getting their information stolen from Temu. So I just stick with Amazon. Okay, so this next thing is 200 pieces. It's in a nice little case. It came with tweezers. And it's just a whole bunch of different stickers. So there's just all kinds of, and then I found some more dolls. Look at that, another doll. There's dolls in here. There's just, I mean, there's another doll. So I have more doll stickers. These will be going in Happy Meal. What are these? These are just different, look at this. The different papers. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. One of those things that make me happy. Look at that. So this was a 200 piece set, like I said, and it's just, here's some like stamp looking things. Tickets. Yeah, so you'll be seeing a lot of this in upcoming videos. So yeah, that's what's in here. It's just stuff like that. That's kind of fun. Like newspaper clippings. Look at that, magazine clipping. See that? So there's all that. I'm gonna just leave this on my desk and put it away. It shouldn't take me that long to put it back in here. I'm not gonna put the tweezers back in the container. Tweezers can stay separately. There we go. All right. This is also Amazon. I know I'm going kind of fast, but this video is already going to be lengthy because of the first parts of the video where I was just chatting. So this is just a text art series sticker book, 40 pages of massive stickers. So this is just, I think this is just like words and sayings. Yep. Words and sayings. Colorful ones. So there's that, and this also came with tweezers to help you with placement of the stickers. And again, that was Amazon. Okay. These next ones are kind of big. They're between Amazon and Michael's, and then I'll have the Hobby Lobby, and then we're done. And if you stayed with me to the end of this video, thank you so very much. Seriously, because I don't know what my recording schedule is going to be looking like, and when I do record it, it could be lengthy, it could be short. Like Twinchy Tuesday is probably going to be short, but that's okay. Anyways, okay. These were $5 a piece on Michael's. There's that one. I have the book club one. And then I have Just Colors. So 3 of those, $5 a piece. Okay. And then my jelly plate is here. This is a 8.5 by 8 by 10. I've never done jelly printing, but we'll see how this goes. I'm excited to learn. Book of Vintage Valentines. These are literally just Valentine's cards to punch out. But I have ideas for these. So just really quickly. This looks like stuff I had when I was in school in like the 80s. So there's those. And then I got a Valentine's Day Vintage Ephemera book with over 200 pieces to cut out. Now, if you remember, I have purchased other ephemera books that were like houses and stuff. But there's that. Oh, it's getting loud. There was one in here. And now nope, I did find it. Look at how cute those are. See that? So there's those. All right. Let's do the last of this craft haul and then call it a video. Yeah, I have a lot because you know what? Hobby Lobby. Excuse me. Hobby Lobby had hidden clearance items. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. Hold on, I'm gonna unload this bag and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. The rest of what's in this bag is not anything that I purchased. These are different colors of jelly acrylic paints. Our school paid for those. Our charter school paid for them on Levi's school budget because it is something that I will be showing him how to do too. Obviously, I'm going to have to help him, but because it's going to be used as an instructional tool for the homeschool. Our homeschool teacher suggested that I purchase them there versus trying to buy, versus me buying them on my own, because they were $39, I think, on Amazon. And there's like 8 or 10 different colors. Anyways, so there's those. That's what's left in that bag. Okay, let's do Hobby Lobby. I have one Walmart thing that I found in here that I forgot I purchased at Walmart. But these are just more adhesive gemstones. I purchased these when we went to Bullhead City on Friday. I checked out their craft department. It's nothing more spectacular than this. So I'm noticing Walmart's craft department is it's a little hit or miss. It really truly is. Okay, so we're just going to jump in. Okay, these are for, obviously, my son's graduating this year. So that's for, to send out graduation announcements. Now, I did not have time to go through very many areas of Hobby Lobby. I stuck primarily to where all the inking and scrapbook stuff and all that paints were. And I found some hidden clearance items. There was another YouTuber that I just watched. Was it Penny's Crafty Creations? I think at her Hobby Lobby, she found several of their hidden clearances, and she did a little video on that. So head on over and check that out. It was pretty interesting to see how they're doing the clearance now. It's just like hidden throughout the store and the shelves and stuff. So here we go. We have a rubber stamp. I paid 82 cents. Another rubber stamp set that I paid $4.99 for. This one I paid full price with $2.49, but I needed that for some upcoming things I'm doing. And then I also found these Tim Holtz Ideology layer frames. I love his stuff for paper piecing and scrapbooking and stuff, journaling. So I picked those up, and I think that was all the clearance items I had. Everything else I'm going to show you now are full price. Now, if you remember, I showed you the color changing metallic paints on my last haul. These are under the same, these are from the same company, but these are metallic waxes. I have seen these demonstrated on Penny's Crafty Creations, and they are beautiful. These are the waxes. So I'm showing you these first because that's going to make sense what I'm going to show you next. That's going to be used for these waxes. So I have 2 packs of sponge tip applicators and then micro sponge tip applicators to use for the waxes, or chalks, the chalks that I have. I think I still have them. And then I bought a big jet black Ranger archival ink pad. These were kind of expensive, but they're no cheaper at Hobby Lobby than they are on Amazon, so I just picked it up at Hobby Lobby. These are smaller little daubers for inking. Right now I just have the big one, so I just got a smaller one. So there's that. I got a scoring tool because I do not have a scoring tool, and this also comes with a corner puncher. So I bought that. And then I purchased 3 more color changing metallic paints: yellow pink, rose gold, and seafoam gold. I think I have these 2 already, but this one I'm almost certain, no, I do not have this one. So, all right, that is my craft haul. We're probably over 30 minutes on this video. Let's pray I have enough room on my phone to upload this video. If you stuck with me again till the end, thank you so very much. I will be back later tonight for Twinchy Tuesday. I might have to make them ahead of time and then just show them. And then I also need to do my Come Collage with Us. There's been some changes on that one. And then Hearts All Year, I'll do that sometime this week. Dazzling with Diamond Painting is at the end of the week. Deck the Year is also at the end of the week. So yeah, I'll figure it all out, okay? But again, be prepared for, you know, a day that I might not be on here just because of everything that is going on in life right now. So, all right, with that said, friends, I'm going. Love, hugs, and prayers to you all. I hope you're staying safe, staying warm, staying cool wherever you are. The weather is wacky wherever. So, all right, I'm going. I've got visitors, so I will see you in the next video.